Hey guys, I am back with some more news-related videos. Now this one is kind of honestly this one might be news or slash rumors on this subject here. Basically though, I'm gonna be talking about Disney and cable and all that in this video, and I'll explain why this might be a news slash rumor video on this subject. But you guys know the drill. If you guys want to be notified for future videos, remember to hit the like button and subscribe for future videos. I honestly don't talk about Disney much anymore. I'm really burnt out on Disney. I really am. I really hate what this company has become. It's become so miserable. Like, it's so miserable, like, to even talk about at this point. I know a lot of people, honestly, out here are, a lot of people out here are, like, wanting Disney to die at this point and all of that, and, like, I've been reading the comments and stuff. But, I'm personally, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't, like I said, I've said that I want them to die, honestly, at this point, too. But at the same time, I kind of wish they could get fixed, because personally, this is Walt Disney's baby here. This company wouldn't be where it's at without Walt Disney himself. It is very sad to see what this company has become. It really is. At this point, I kind of gave up hope. At this point, I'm basically one of the people that want it to die, which is sad because in the past, I actually had hope that they could get better. But it seems like they don't seem to get better. They don't seem to know what the hell they're doing. Heck, Bob Iger doesn't even seem to know what the hell he's doing. They just brought back Bob Iger and all that, and I feel like he has no plan. Disney in general has no plan. They just don't. But, but I'll get into that here in a second. But there's apparently talk that apparently Disney now is screwing over cable. Yes, they're screwing over cable. If you guys don't know what cable is, I don't blame you. Cable is kind of dying out and all that. It kind of is, kind of not. I mean, it was kind of fading out from existence, but now that we got all these streaming platforms like Paramount, HBO Max, Max, whatever you want to call it, and Peacock and all that, and Disney Plus, etc., etc., there's so many streaming platforms and all that, and there's like so much, and people are kind of going back to cable because it's so confusing and all that, Because personally, as someone, I didn't have cable. Well, actually, I had cable at my mom's house, but here at my dad's house, we had Dish, but it was like cable, except, it used a satellite. But basically, though, is cable was, like a place where you would watch certain channels you like and stuff and all that. That's the thing, though, is streaming is kind of there's so many streaming platforms, and although they have their own, like Paramount and all that has their own streaming platforms, there's only certain channels they're gonna watch on there, like Disney's got FX and all that. They got FX because they own Fox, and stuff. They got FX and all that, but there's probably people out there that don't watch Disney Junior or ABC or something like that, so they probably, are paying for these platforms and stuff to not watch all the streaming platforms. So people, I'm saying that's probably why cable is kind of going back up there again. It's becoming a thing again because people are probably subscribing to all these services that have all these channels and stuff on there. They probably only watch a couple of, and all that. So yeah, it's kind of becoming a thing again. And plus, it's getting kind of expensive. It is it's getting expensive to buy that stuff. But yeah, maybe sounding like I'm going off topic, but I'm basically just telling you guys what cable is and all that. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, even though cable and Dish are kind of expensive, I kind of miss having this stuff because yeah, it is getting very complicated and all that, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Disney screwing over cable. Now, this is where the rumor is kind of coming in here, because at this point, I have no idea what the hell that Disney company is. Like I said, I don't even know if they even know what the hell they're doing at this point. I don't even think they have a plan. But right now, they're desperate. They are freaking desperate to get subscribers, because they're being forced to buy Hulu. Their stock is in the tank. They're at this point, I think it's getting ready to go in the 70s. Because the stock, like the shares and stuff, are going in the 70s. Because I don't know much about that. I don't have stock of any company, but I hear people. It's a thing where people take risk and stuff, and they basically buy stock from a company because they can sell it down the road for money and stuff if they need it, But the thing is, though, is people have been dropping their stock and selling it off because it's freaking, because Disney is in a bad place right now. They're in a freaking bad place. Like I said, their stock is dropping because people are dropping their products, that people are unsubscribing to Disney Plus and all that. People are not going to the parks as much. They're just in a bad place, and that is why they're probably thinking, let's go ahead and drop our. That's why we're dropping our channels from cable and Dish, because we get more people to subscribe to Disney Plus and all that. That's probably why they're doing that, because cable is kind of dying. It's not as big as it was back in the 90s and early 2000s, but like I said, people are going back to it at the same time because they're paying for all these streaming platforms, which is a lot of money, and you can get live TV, but like with cable and stuff, you can get deals and stuff on there too and all that, and you don't have to have certain streaming platforms and stuff, because like I said, when it comes to that stuff, like you're paying for Paramount Plus or HBO Max and stuff, and you might not even be watching all the channels that you're paying for. So yeah, that's the thing though. But like I said, they're probably, but people are probably like I said, probably thinking Disney's probably doing this and all that because the cable is dying. But what they're doing here is they're kind of giving cable the middle finger, because they're trying to get people to subscribe, and they're trying to screw them over by making it cheaper and all that. And what they're gonna do is they're probably gonna take all their channels off of there, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna get everyone they're gonna force everyone to get to Disney Plus. Then they're gonna raise the prices, and basically they're gonna turn around and do that because it's Disney. They're gonna make themselves look all innocent and all that, and they're the better deal. Then they're gonna turn around and probably do all this. So not only they're giving a middle finger to the cable companies and all that, but they're also gonna turn around and probably screw over people who are Disney fans and all that, and are paying for their content, because they're gonna turn around and probably charge more money for freaking Hulu and ESPN and even Disney Plus. So they've already raised their prices. They went from for Disney alone, they went from $6.99 to $7.99. Now they're almost, it's $10 for. I'm not sure if you pay taxes for streaming platforms or not, but it's 1 cent off. It's $9.99 for Disney Plus. I think now that's without the bundle. With I think the bundle and stuff and all that. I think I'm not really sure how it works, because I don't pay for the services and all that, but it's definitely going up. And I told you guys it's gonna go up. I said a couple years ago, it's cheap right now, but it's gonna freaking go up. They're gonna get all of the audiences to their platform, and then once they get all the audiences there, they're gonna raise the prices. But what they're doing right now is, I think they might end up taking all the channels off of cable and Dish. It might just force people to subscribe to them, and all that, because they have Hulu and all that, and they might force people to watch their content on there. But there's a problem with that. Their content isn't very good. It ain't freaking good. It freaking sucks. All of their movies, all of them, well, I guess a couple of them have done all right. I hear Elemental has done all right. I hear it's actually made a comeback, which honestly I have a hard time believing because I don't hear people talking about it. I mean, with the Avatar 2 movie, The Way of Water, at least people were talking about it. Elemental, no one's talking about it, and all that. And Disney's been known for, changing numbers around and all that to make it look like something's doing good, which has got them in trouble in the past with their platform and stuff. And then, and all that, but they like I said, that movie, I don't think it's doing as well as people are thinking. And then, like I said, Avatar, yeah, that made $2 billion in the box office, but they have to split that money with the theaters and then the advertisements and all of that. So they really didn't make all their money back for it. I mean, I think that $2 billion was supposed to break even, but again, I find it funny that it made $2 billion. But like that movie, like I said, that was the goal it was supposed to make anyway to break even. So I still think that one was also hitting. But even movies like Thor: I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that movie did all right, but it still didn't make its money back like it was supposed to either. So yeah, there's a lot of movies this year. I don't think any of them have done well. All of them have bombed. And last year, the same thing. They freaking all I think there was some that did well. Like I think there was a movie. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think Turning Red did all right. I think even though it was split, it had a split audience. It still did all right. It just wasn't received as well. But then there was like movies that like they're from their other properties like 20th Century Fox and all that, which was like Ice Age, that did bad, and then like so did the Dire Olympic Kid movie, that did bad too, and they're just not doing well. They're doing freaking horrible. So they're trying to force people to subscribe to their platform, but they freaking have nothing that's good on there for people to subscribe to. And a lot of the older crap they have on there, they freaking censor the hell out of it. So you're basically paying freaking Disney Plus for censored crap when you could just go and buy it on DVD or something instead, Honestly, that's how Paramount is too. Like they have some episodes that aren't available and all that on there too. And all that, but Paramount still got, a good library of stuff that's not censored all the time like Disney is. Now, don't get me wrong, that's why I've been buying some of the stuff on DVD too for Paramount, because some of the stuff isn't available, but but people are gonna want to pay for something that has good content and that they don't censor stuff all the time. Now, again, all the streaming services, I think all of them are kind of doing this, but Disney's definitely doing it the most. It's backfiring in their face. It's backfiring in their face. That's what it's doing. It's freaking backfiring. And again, it's sad. Like I said, it's sad because this was freaking Walt Disney's company, and the fact that he's no longer around and stuff. I mean, I know people had problems with him. I think I've heard people had issues with him, but he still made good content for everyone, for audience all around the world. Now his company is freaking just a hated company that's been destroyed and burnt to the ground and all that. And it's just sad. Like I said, it's sad to see that happen to Walt Disney, It's very sad. It's very sad to see his company end up like this. It's sad. But that's what happens. That's what happened. It's basically just, it was once known for being a very well-known company, very popular, to just being a dead wasteland company that's just burning to the ground. But you think they're, like I said, that's the problem. Like I said, they're ruining their franchises and all. They have the new Snow White movie coming out. No one's happy about it. Everyone's mad about it. It's just bad. Like it's freaking horrible what this company has become. It's bad. And I'm getting to the point where I'm freaking just sick of talking about it. But I wanted to bring this up because they're freaking pushing their damn audiences away. They're pushing people away. We have them screwing over their own employees, which does not want people to work for them because they're screwing their own employees over. We had like Bill Nye get screwed over. We had Scarlett Johansson get screwed over. We had Johnny Depp get screwed over. We had, we had the people who made the Predator movies get screwed over. We've had all these people get screwed over, and that's from like the last couple of years. We don't even, there's even been people even before that has gotten screwed over by the Disney company. So we got people that don't want to work for them, which is hurting them too, because then they're losing all their great animators that are going to like Skydance and DreamWorks and all that. They're going to other studios because they don't want to work for. Because I wouldn't want to work for a freaking company that treats you like shit all the time. You want to work for a company that makes you happy. You don't want to work for something that makes you mad all the time. That's exactly what happens in our parks too. The freaking parks are the exact same way. I'm not gonna lie. When I was little, I wanted to go to the parks. I did, but after I hear that people are peeing in the parks, there's like fights and stuff, and then the employees are getting treated like shit, and cast members are being tossed aside and treated like shit and all that, and they're letting their people do whatever they want. I don't want to go. I'm sure it's like that with like Universal Parks too and all that, but at least their cast members are being treated better and all that, and they have rides that aren't freaking breaking down all the time. Disney World I don't know about Disneyland, but Disney World is freaking awful now. It's freaking expensive. Their prices are freaking, they're like, they treat their employees like crap. Their rides are breaking down all the time. They're freaking taking away, rides and stuff that give people a nostalgic feeling, because the point of going to a park like Disney is, to feel nostalgic and all that. You don't feel that anymore. They keep changing the rides and stuff because it's problematic or something, even though no one has a problem with it. That's the problem. They keep doing this stupid stuff. Because like I said, I don't want to go to the parks anymore at Disney because of this. I'd rather go to Universal, where their cast members are treated better, and if there's a problem, they won't let the freaking people get away with it, and all that. This is someone that doesn't go to parks much in general, because personally, like I said, I don't like riding rides, and it can be expensive, but I'd rather go to Universal Parks over that. But that's like I said, they're losing their parks to Universal because of their stupid decisions. They just keep making stupid decisions. They keep doing this over and over again. And that goes with the cable. Like I said, they're giving cable the middle finger. They apparently, I guess, they canceled or they stopped a game in the middle of production and all that, and pissed a lot of people off. They just keep doing this. That's why audiences are going away from Disney, because they're tired of Disney doing this shit. Even the diehard fans who are very forgiving. No offense, people can be diehard fans. I'm subscribed to someone who's a diehard fan of Disney, but you can only take so much before you just get tired of them. That's the problem. They're just freaking a horrible company, and their plan was to bring back Bob Iger. Remember Bob Iger? Remember the people were people were split in the comments. People were like very split on it. Like, I was reading comments. Some people were saying they were happy Bob Iger was back because that mean Bob Chapek is gone. Well, now that he's freaking gone and Bob Iger's back, Bob Iger is doing the exact same shit that freaking Bob Chapek was doing. Oh, he's doing it way worse. And a lot of the shit that Bob Chapek was doing, freaking Bob Iger was the one who did it originally to begin with. Bob Iger freaking put the company in debt by buying Fox. Bob Iger is the freaking one who turned the company freaking woke. Bob Iger is the one who freaking let a lot of these movies, like Lightyear and shit that were bad, freaking slide. Yeah, Bob Chapek was responsible for making the movie come out, but the movie was already in freaking production when freaking COVID was around, but it had to get pushed ahead because freaking COVID came, That's why it came out in like 2022, because it was already being made. Bob Iger is the one who did a lot of the shit that Bob Chapek was blamed for. Bob Chapek, was known for being very cheap and stuff and all that, but it's just, like I said, it's just freaking bad that, again, we have two CEOs for the last couple of times that have been freaking horrible and all that. And all that. Like I said, at this point, it's just, like I said, I don't think Disney really even knows what they're doing. I'm not gonna lie, I could totally see Disney going under. I could see, like, they're either gonna get sold or they're gonna freaking go under. They're gonna go under because, Now, people are telling me that they're too big to go under. I've had people telling me that, and people are right to have their own opinion. I don't mind that. But I say that just because a company is big doesn't mean they can't go under. Doesn't mean they can't go under. Now, the problem is with Disney, though, is if they go under, all the shit they bought will go under with them. And I know that people are probably fine with that, but I want to see this stuff they bought do well. I want to see Fox do well. I want to see Lucasfilm get better. I want to see Marvel get better, all that. But like I said, if they go under, all the shit they purchased, all the crap, it goes under with them. That's the problem if they go under. Now, I'm not saying they can't go under. I'm saying they probably could get sold off. The problem is they're in such bad shape right now. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be hard for them to get sold off because I don't know if anyone would want to deal with fixing the mess they caused, I wouldn't want to do that. That'd be a pain in the ass job. It's hard enough being a CEO of a massive corporation like Disney as it is. I mean, a small studio isn't too bad, but being the CEO of a freaking massive corporation like Disney, that's very hard. But the fact that you have to go around and turn around and fix it, that's even harder. So, I don't know. I mean, I can see someone probably maybe wanting to buy it off of them, but even then, like I said, the damage is so bad right now, it would take years to fix it. And like I said, even if they're big, they can still go under at the same time. But like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. But I can say I'm leaning more towards the fact they could get sold off. But like I said, they could go under too. I've been told by people, my family members, my friends, and everyone's told me they're Disney's fine. They're a big company and all that, but they're losing their audiences. They're losing their audiences and all that. People aren't buying their products. They're doing horrible. They are doing freaking bad. And then plus the writer's strike is still going on. They're not making money on their movies. They have to push them back. So that's even worse. So yeah, I don't know. It's just not doing very well. It's not doing very well at all. That's where the cable thing comes in place. Like I said, the cable, yes, cable is not as big as it once was, but Disney Plus is not doing very well either. There's been rumors that they've been hiding their numbers and all that. They've been sued by, I think they're being sued by people and all that for that, because of that. They don't have as many subscribers as they say they do. They don't. They've been reported that they've been counting Hulu and ESPN together and all that. So, yeah, so they're basically, like I said, they're basically taking all their shit off of cable to force people to buy Disney Plus. But the thing is, though, is a lot of people are probably going to refuse to pay for Disney Plus because Disney Plus, like I said, a lot of their shit has not been very good and all that. I mean, there's been some good stuff. Like, I hear the Ahsoka show is actually pretty good. I actually am going to make a video about that down the road because I want to talk about that. Because I actually have some thoughts on that. It's going to probably be more of a thoughts and theories on that. But I do want to talk about that. It'll be about the Jedi and all of that. But I do have something I want to talk about with that. But basically that's been kind of good. And then there's been some shows here and there that have been good, but a lot of the shit is really bad. People are just fucking burnt out. They're burnt out on Disney. It's just a mess, like I said. And at this point, I'm pretty much just tired of talking about it myself because it's just getting so bad. But I mean, them taking their stuff off of cable is not going to get people to. I mean, it might get some people to subscribe, but the problem is some people around the world are, don't really have good internet, or even like some places, even I think in the United States, don't have the best internet. So they're basically, being forced to, they're forced to like have cable or something, and all that, because in some places the internet isn't the best. It really isn't the best. Like out here, we don't have really the best internet as it is out in the country. So not everyone's going to be able to, have Disney Plus and all that, so. But yeah, I think they're just doing this too. They're doing this because they want to make them look good in the investor call. But they can only do so much because if they keep this up, they're not going to be able to, do this forever. They're eventually going to hit, they're eventually going to step into more issues down the road and all that. And I just think they just keep making these stupid decisions and all that. They keep screwing things up, and like I said, it's just going nowhere. There's just nothing really with Disney anymore that's really worth going back to. I'm starting to get like that with Warner Brothers too. I'm starting to just get to the point where I'm just like, I don't really. I mean, Warner Brothers at least has good shows that are still coming out that's worth watching, but they're starting to get to the point too where I think I'm starting to just not care much about them either. But that's just how, like I said, with a lot of Hollywood and stuff, it's just like this too. It's just they're just not getting. We're not getting a lot of good stuff and all that, and the stuff we are getting that's good is usually not as good as it once was. So I don't know, but yeah, I know. Like I said, they're trying to make themselves, like I said, look good and all that. But like I said, it's just like I said, Disney's stock is just dropping, and it's getting to it's probably going to get to the 70s probably soon too. So it's getting really bad. I'm not sure how low it can go before they really have problems, but they may end up just selling it off. I don't know. I mean, like I said, they could go under too. They could, just because they're a massive corporation does not mean they can't go under. They don't have an audience. They can't, like, if they don't have enough people that's in their audience, they'll go under. But I feel like they're probably just gonna end up selling off the company. I don't know. I thought they were gonna sell off ESPN, but I don't know what they're doing at this point. They probably could sell off some of their products, but I don't know. I mean, if they do sell off their company, they're probably going to have to sell some stuff, because a massive corporation like Amazon or Apple is probably going to have to buy Disney because they're filled with money, and Disney's, even though they're not worth probably as much as they were because they're not as well received, they're still going to be worth a lot of money to be sold off, and even if they get sold off, they have to. There's going to be antitrust law issues that'll be occurring, so they'll have to sell some properties off. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, I know they're also still being forced to buy Hulu and stuff and all that, and they need to find money for that. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't feel like they're really. I mean, they're probably going to have to borrow more money, but they've already borrowed so much money when they bought Fox, and they had to borrow more when COVID hit, so I really don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, it ain't looking very good, though, but I guess at this point, I'm just about tired of talking about them. I just wanted to talk about this with the cable and stuff, because I wanted to point out that this is why they're losing their audiences, because they're pissing off people that are screwing over, so I don't know, but anywho, though, I'm probably going to go ahead and let this go here. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't talk about them much. I think the last few news-related videos have not been on them, but I don't know. But we're gonna see what happens, though. So anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. These videos I'm kind of getting behind on recording videos, but I've been dealing with some stuff with my dog. My dog's not doing very well right now. I might have to take him to the vet and all that. So some of these videos will probably be pushed aside for right now. But anywho, though, I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here. See you all next time. Bye-bye.